So this is to everyone in the room. You know, you have perfected your crafts. You have positioned your brand. Again, clients don't always book the best. They book the clearest, the most confident, and the most visible. And that's why we have, you know, Mr. Ayo Ishola in the room today. So I'm just going to start by saying, I am a professional. Maybe an event professional. We have caterers in the room. We have planners. We have fashion stylists. We have DJs, MCs, right? What exactly is my brand beyond my logo and my Instagram feed?
Your brand is, if I want to, I don't want to sound smart because you can find out on YouTube, right? Let me sound real. Your brand is who you are when the cameras are off. So it is either you decide to fix that person first before you go on, you know, social media, or before you begin. Because nowadays, let's assume you are a polished kind of person. You package outside, but within. I'm not saying if you are broke, you shouldn't show clean and tidy. I'm saying when you're fake outside and it's not really getting through. If it was back in the days when we didn't have a lot of packaging, it would have been an advice. But now, so much packaging that people can see through the fakeness and cosmetic nature of your publishing, that they are hungry for authentic, the human part of your brand. You know, imagine your logo, imagine the work of your logo is just your name. Like, so that, let's assume you are dumb, right? You can't speak. And your logo is just for them to say, okay, because this logo is here, this signature, this person signed here, right? What are the other things you feel needs to bring that personality to life? Attitude. The way you relate with your customers. And I'll be speaking a lot to that, you know, in my keynote. The reason why I'm saying that is a lot of people pay so much money. In short, I've had people see my videos online. They come to meet me, even on live sessions. They'll be like, I run a catering company. What should my business name be? I'm like, please, you people should stop that. I can't give you a name without knowing who you are. And even while knowing who you are, I can't still give you a name without knowing the why behind your whys. I consulted for someone, and the person told me, the person is in Canada, and by that time the cold was really messed up. And the person said, I want to be making, I love making, while I was in Nigeria, I loved making, you know, asun, peppered, you know, grills. But here, he's not sure he has all the, you know, resources to do that consistently. But he loves grilling things. And by the time we spoke, he said, people know me for pepper. And they love the kind of, not that he just pours it, they love the kind of vibe that his pepper has, that he still wants to do it. And then we spoke and spoke. I said, okay, let's put it within the context of the user now. Can we say the reason why you're doing this in Canada is because a lot of people are alone and they need warmth? And this is how your grills can deliver warmth. So you sell your grills not from the fact that it tastes better, but because if you are alone and cold is catching you, when I deliver my asun or my pomo to your doorstep, it's not just going to be hot, but the warmth you feel has been tastefully crafted that it takes you back to Nigeria, one, and two, it gives you enough, you know, it kind of brings that kind of feeling, you know, that this pepper was well done. I don't know if you get what I mean. That is something as basic as pepper. Why did we go that route? Simply because everybody will say my asun is sweet. Everybody will say my grill is amazing. So you need to tap into something else. And there's this example I usually use. Next to Corona is no leftovers, right? I tell people when you want to get a brand name, look for a brand name that solves half of your problem in advance. She does not have to tell you till Jesus comes that her food is sweet. No leftovers. It does the job. Obsession. is what will make people listen to you. An obsession is about 90% of what makes your brand what it is supposed to be. Hilda Baci is doing a cookathon with a big pot. That is obsession, not product. She's entering Guinness Book of Record. That is obsession, not product. If you are sewing or you are an event planner and you think by planning more events, you get people known and they respect your brand, no, they will know you, but they will not respect you. What gets respect is that that guy will spend more time on things I don't know, or he's so finicky about those tiny details that I might not even see at the end of the day. And if you notice, most people, especially clients like my August client here, you know, there are people that they want to pay you so that they can forget about that part of the...
Yeah, the little...
Yes.
Backend.
Obsession is what will make you say, like I put on my page, if you do a barbing salon, obsession is what will make you say, we barb for only kids that are below 8 or from 4 to 8. Obsession. When you do that properly, adults will come, but you will not post them on your social media. Yes. People will describe you as that woman will like the barb children. The hairstyle way adults wish they can have. I gave another video that I spoke about a restaurant that will say, we are a restaurant for only bachelors. And I said, even when you are married, I'm not saying you want to cheat or you want to still sleep around, but there's a part of you that you remember when you cook some certain food and you didn't have everything, but it tasted like the world to you. You want to taste not necessarily the food, but that time. They will come to your married people will come to your restaurant and they clearly know that this is for bachelors. There's a restaurant I saw around Ojota. I was driving past and they're like, Obe Toyin Dunju, Obe Iyawo Elo. Like, it means Toyin soup is sweeter than your wife's. Food is ready. I don't even think it's a restaurant that has Wi-Fi, or I don't even think they have wash and basin. Do you understand? They just wrote it. That is obsession, guys. Because it clearly puts you in a position and it says, this is the line I stay. This is the line I'm drawing. So if you like, let your logo look like whatever. Pay the best person to design whatever. If you do something that is normal, you will get the normal money, but you will not be known and you will die unknown. On your burial, when they are playing your video of what you've done, they'll be like, but my head, they're good though. But that's it. But nobody will know you. So that will make me summarize it this way. Obsession is what branding should be and not necessarily what the print guy gives to you. I don't talk too much. Me na novice.
You have answered number 2, number 3.
And again, I just feel that you can see how very that was not just that's not just passion.
That's obsession.
That's obsession, right?
That's obsession. I think we can go home here. Like what? Oh my God, I don't even know. Because in answering that question, I don't even know what else to ask you. Well, thank you.
Yeah, please, let's answer every question. I'll try to be brief.
Okay, so I would ask quickly, how does branding affect, again, I don't know, I think you've answered it, to be honest. I don't know.
No, please go ahead.
How does branding affect the kind of clients that are attracting? I think you've talked about. Can your brand help you raise your prices? I think you've talked about it.
Yeah, let me take that. Let me take that. For your brand to raise your prices, when you get to a point where you position yourself as someone who understands the human need, and you understand that need is not just the job, but in short, need is 35% the job and everything that surrounds. Like you that have a company, do you just promote someone because they're good at what they do? You promote them because they know how to manage their mates that will not be promoted, and they have the intelligence, you're laughing, and they have the intelligence to lead their elders. I don't know if you get what I mean. It's not about the, it's not about the walk.
Skill.
But you promote because this guy will give me less stress. This thing I'm bothered about, this guy is bothered about it. So let him bother my border. Let let him take up my burden, right? So for branding and clients and people that will pay, you look for things that they look for. I said this in my videos as well. To get attention, you need tension. That's why in movies, guy go the waka, girl go the whole book. They go clash themselves, book go for grand. They'll pick, you know they will love in the movie. Am I lying? Or in a movie where the guy, somebody is this thing, they are fighting, they will love at the end. Because tension leads to attention. So what am I saying? If you need your client to pay your price, get that thing that they need that is beyond your product. It is very important.
A lot of event professionals are posting, but not positioning, right? There is a difference.
Yes.
I want you to touch on.
Okay, let me give you an example. I'm the creative director for Trend Up Awards. And we've been there for years, ages. So there's something I always, push for, which we've actually not attained. And it is still into that obsession category. But every year we try to, say that. I was like, can we do one video? The video will get us to travel to China, get a fake factory, and show the process of creating the trophy.
Wow. The trophy, creating the trophy.
And it's not just a creating process. It's how Apple will do. And if you have to learn from anybody. So in most of my presentation, I tell people I'm a mad-ass Apple standing fan. Don't, if you want to fight, come. If they do something wrong, I agree with them, forget it.
Why?
I don't play with them. Why? Because Apple is the brand that makes sure they get positioning right first. Before they go for visibility. However, every other brand, most of us, we go for visibility. Then out of the visibility, we hope to get followers. Out of the followers, we hope to get engagement. Then after we get engagement, we are like, okay, now, I want to be a premium person.
Luxury.
Because people, luxury. Yes, I want to be a luxury person. Because I feel the people talking on my page, I don't kind of get their vibe.
They can relate.
But when, as an event person, from scratch, you position yourself. I gave an event company, and this is a free idea, by the way. Again, obsession. She planned my son's birthday, and I gave her an idea. I was like, how about you as an event company, you counter the entire category, but from the standpoint of birthdays for kids, and say, okay, there is this company that is starting out, an events company for kids' birthdays, but guess what? Every single person in the planning committee are kids.
Wow. Don't steal the idea.
You will never show that you are one of the ogas. And kids,
Hi.
it does not have to be perfect. Their passion just has to be.
Yeah.
A kid will be like, okay, for my birthday, I think I want slime. I think I want, can we have a giant pool? Can we have the biggest Play-Doh ever? And trust me, you do birthday for your son. You're doing it for yourself. You say, I think my son loves blue, and I think, come on, Auntie Elo Joko.
Your son does not
Your
know
mother
what he
did it
loves
for you
at
when
that
it was your
time.
wedding.
Yeah.
It was her wedding, right?
Yeah.
And you now plan a wedding, and you put a wedding on your head, and we'll be thinking it was during the wedding that things went wrong. You've gotten it all wrong from the beginning.
Wow.
So I was telling the woman, I said, imagine if you position a subset of your company as for kids by kids. Kids first of all, we would love to be part of the creative team that designs events for fellow kids. One, if you can achieve that, you will be booked for 3 years straight.
In advance, yes.
I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
I promise you I'm not kidding. You'll be booked for 3 years straight. Why? Because the story behind the event is more powerful than the event
itself.
That is when Apple released a calculator last year for iPad. They spoofed themselves. They're like, ladies and gentlemen, one of the biggest innovations of this year, the calculator. Then confetti came and there was a voice, yay! Before you yab them, they yab themselves. And they come to say, we at Apple, we believe that every single feature has to be very contextual, both in the thought and execution. That is why we cannot just lift calculator from iPhone and put it in the iPad. So ladies and gentlemen, we introduce to you the calculator. However, our calculator is not just in the app, it is embedded in your notes. So if you write 4 plus 3 and immediately you write equal to, the calculator lifts its intelligence, solves that problem, and you see it on your notes. Bro, we are talking about calculator. So as an events person, can you be for once do a video about if you get everything wrong, you will never get the texture of the spoon or the fork or the knife wrong. Do your research and say the hand of every person has 3 textures. There is light hand, soft hand, hard hand. When a soft hand holds a hard spoon, when it relates with the food, there's a kind of disconnect and it affects the taste. Irony, but people will buy.
Seriously? Wow.
So when you are, again, obsession about not the global thing, nobody is good at everything. And if you are good at everything, lie that you are not good at everything. Say you are good at one thing. You can shift it 1 in 4 years. You can say we are the best table platers, or what do you call it, designers, or we are the best this thing. We will never, it might be something that is obvious to your industry, we will never pass water over the table. We will never pass spoons across your head. You guys know it. We don't know. But the fact that you said it, it means you are the lawmaker. Or you come in and you say, our tables are no longer going to be using cloth. We don't use cloth over our chairs anymore. Or we don't use it around tables because we noticed 2% of our clients had phobia that something might be hiding beneath it. And because of that 2% is a huge margin for us. And we decided that we are going to be using open leg tables and blah, blah, blah. People will be like, hey, these people are crazy. Ah! But it's a lie. In the hall, at the back, table cover. Do you get what I mean? That will make people see your brand as she's too thin. In short, it's your client that will be like, Ayo, kan ṣe kini now. Mo like kini tipe like Yoruba. It means, Ayo, do this thing now. You know I told you since that I liked what you people were going to do already. Why do you want to overdo? That overdo is where your money is.
Wow. Okay, thank you. If someone Googles me today, what should I hope they find?
Okay, so when I was talking about taste, I was talking about self. Is it possible that what they will find is not too far from your inner caucus in secondary school or university? When people remember you, that in school, you are crazy about hair braiding. You might not be the best in braiding hair. When you do your research and you do your identity findings and you discover that whether introverted, extroverted, or mid-introverted, whichever, there is this thing that does not change. There is this thing you do, whether NEPA takes light or not, whether you make money or not. if that is a true and a core of your identity. If in future that is what you see on social media, you will feel more fulfilled even if it's 4 pages. You will feel more fulfilled even if it's the first 4 lines on Google. Why? Because it aligns to self. Now let us increase it a bit and just etch it further in order to make it more bigger as a brand now. If you were plaiting hair in secondary school and now you have a chain of hair salons, or scratch that, you have an app that you take a picture and it tells you the kind of hairstyles that will work for you. Or scratch that, you develop a company whereby it looks at all the attachments and you put the attachment on the wall and it takes that attachment, it puts it next to your face and tells you you have only 2 options. Or scratch that, you have an idea that shows that on your wedding day, the outfit you are wearing, you have to put it in, the kind of neck your wedding dress is, you have to put it in, the kind of jewelry you have to put it in, then it will design the kind of hair that goes with that kind of, you can see how hairstyle so I'm not saying you have to plait hair from small till you die, I'm just saying that there are several ways that your dream can be consistent, so that when they Google you, they see the small you, hair, middle you, hair, third you, hair on steroids, fourth you, hair on steroids Pro Max Ultra. There is nothing fulfilling than that. The best story is the story, a compendium of what people say about you from a holistic work of what you've done. And when you put that on your vision board, you will know that yes, you can pivot, yes, you can try many other things, but when your core remains the same, they will know that this girl that usually cries when she sees police beating someone or someone being cheated, it is not where that she started an NGO. It was not where that she created an app whereby you can easily be an eyewitness. It is not where that she has put like 5 senators on stand and now they've been demoted. It's not where that now she's in UN. It's not where that now she's on Al Jazeera. Cry.
Thank you. Okay, so I'm just going to ask this question. I hope you can answer this question in like
Yes, I'll try.
1 minute.
Yeah, I'll try.
For someone just starting out, should I focus on building a personal brand first?
Start first on solving a problem. And that problem must come from you. It must come from the softest part of you. Something that you can do whether you have data or no data. Something you can do whether the camera is on or off. When you do that first, people will describe you. People will even give you an idea of what your brand name should be. Do you get what I mean? Like if I say this, I don't know if you watch shows. She's the dragon rider that loves freeing people, and she wants everybody to be free. And thank you. Or he's the vigilante that is a billionaire in the day, but at night he goes to fight. Do you get what I mean? Let us do it this way. It's the financial brand that when it wanted to start, it didn't go for the elite, it went for the streets. Do you get what I mean? So now you can see how your value has precipitated. Ooh, big English, I love it. It's dovetailed itself down to the problem that is being solved. Don't worry about your positioning. Positioning will position itself. Find that problem you love to solve. Your reference is what you should spend your time on Instagram, like people who have solved that kind of problem. And then you discover that you begin to know more. If you have to read a book this year, forget reading one of the popular books. Find books that are oriented to that thing you love. And then you will see that things that you never knew had a system around it has actually been structured by someone else. There's this habit I created back then, which was I will not watch a certain show unless I'm at the gym. So after they watch, make the person want to kill the person, I dare not turn on that particular show outside the gym. Till today, I've not finished it. so you understand what has happened to that other place. Do you get what I mean? I was like, oh, that's a good strategy. Until when I was reading Atomic Habits, I saw that it was a strategy to habit forming. Do you guys understand what I mean? Yeah. So when you pay attention to the truest person within, definitely, most definitely, your brand will come out of that. They will start, before you know, they will say, the woman who always cries, Abi, the man who always cries when he sees miracle happening. You understand? Or the man who always cries when he sees that God is using him. You know it's Jerry Eze. The name is Jerry Eze, but who he truly is the man who is always humbled when he sees God working.
How can I brand my client experience, not just my Instagram?
Pay attention to your clients and not the job itself.
Wow. Pay attention to your clients and not the job itself. Yeah. Let's do this.
Okay, so and if you notice, I've already said this before.
Yes.
So the reason why you need to pay attention to your clients and not the job itself is, especially someone like me, I know this. If you want fights, come. Most times, the questions they bring to you are not the real questions. Most times, the brief is not even clear. It is when you are doing the debriefing that you'll be like, you people already have this now. They'll be like, well, see, that's what they told me to do. That's the problem. It was not necessarily the problem. It was just what they were told to do. So that is why when you do the best solution to it and you present to their boss, and their boss, maybe that morning, they got a call from one of the shareholders and the call is not good. And the person is saying, what is this? Get out of my office. They'll just come and meet you people. Why is it that you people are never creative? Why is it that you people are stupid? All your ideas are not working. It's not the work. It is the client. So, and again, the positive side to that is when you speak to a client, I usually love having video calls with my client, you know, because I need to see their eyes. When something is almost hitting it, you know, when you are selling an idea that is above their head, you trust that idea is bursting before sliced bread, right? But they are not really feeling it. You know as a creative that this is the kind of client I have to hold their hands and walk them into the amusement park. Not close their eyes and say, tada. Do you get what I mean? Yeah. So when you pay attention to your clients beyond the job, you get to see that some of your clients gone. Why is it? Okay, I know people. There is one person who was my former boss. He's a good writer, but he's a terrible team player. He doesn't deliver his work on time. He doesn't do it. But whenever we have a meeting with a client, if this guy is there, oh my God, the client will tell you secrets. He knows how to milk conversations. He will go for client's naming. He will go for client's wife's birthday. He has almost all the client's wife's phone number. Tell me how you will lose the account. One big client that. Sorry, they not bond the client well. Do you understand? So the work is beyond the work. Let me give you the stupidest example. Politics. What are they doing? What are they doing with their time? Is it actually making the lives of Nigerians better? It's paying attention to their own needs. So, yeah, human to human. Pay attention to the needs of your fellow clients. Look at them. If they're like, oh, sorry, my kids are just disturbing me. I don't even know, blah, blah, blah. The next meeting, oh, this is what I got. Oh, I thought your address was so. She'll be like, oh, why? Because I sent something for my children. Oh, that's so nice. You know, they will know you have that Yoruba culture inside you. There's this post I saw on Instagram about a company that does dog food, and you subscribe for the dog food, right? And they send you, is a subscription model. Then after a while, they send the food and the person say, oh, this dog is no longer alive. And instead of them to be sending food, they start sending flowers. At no charge. Pay attention to the client, not the job. When you say, I want to be a better brand and blah, 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 pay attention to yourself, not the brand.
Thank you. If I had 50K or less, how would you advise me to invest in my branding? Pay attention to yourself.
It depends on the brand though, but I'll say you should spend the 50K on yourself. If you need to go on a very good dinner, chop correct food with that 50K, but just promise that while you're about to order that food, you have some keynotes, you study yourself, But while you're doing it, that is the item 7 of that 50K. Spend it on yourself. Please, enjoy. Don't go and, say you want to buy one, something.
Thank you so very much.